Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive breakdown of one of the most shocking moments in daytime television history, Michael Caine being kicked off Lorraine Kelly's show after a heated clash. It all started on a seemingly ordinary morning in early 2025, when the legendary actor, known for his iconic roles in films like The Dark Knight and Inception, was invited to appear on the popular British chat show hosted by the ever-smiling Lorraine Kelly. Caine, at the ripe age of 92, was there to promote his latest memoir, reflecting on a career spanning over 6 decades. But what began as a light-hearted interview quickly spiraled into chaos. Lorraine, usually the epitome of warmth and friendliness, decided to dive into some controversial topics right from the get-go. She questioned Caine about his past comments on politics, particularly his views on Brexit and the current state of the UK film industry. Caine, never one to shy away from expressing his opinions, responded with his trademark wit, but things heated up when Lorraine pressed him on allegations from his early career. The audience in the studio could feel the tension building as Caine's responses grew sharper. He accused Lorraine of twisting his words and bringing up irrelevant tabloid fodder that had been debunked years ago. Lorraine, defending her line of questioning, suggested that Caine was out of touch with modern sensitivities. This back and forth escalated until Caine, visibly frustrated, stood up mid-sentence and declared, "I've had enough of this nonsense." The camera captured the stunned look on Lorraine's face as producers scrambled behind the scenes. Security was called, and in a move that left viewers gasping, Caine was escorted off the set. Social media erupted immediately, with hashtags like #CaineClash and #LorraineDrama trending worldwide. Fans of the actor rallied in his defense, praising his no-nonsense attitude, while others criticized him for being rude to the beloved host. This incident wasn't just a blip, it sparked debates about celebrity interviews, the role of hosts in challenging guests, and the fine line between entertainment and confrontation. Michael Caine, born Maurice Joseph Micklewhite in 1933 in London, rose from humble beginnings to become one of Britain's most revered actors. His journey included national service in the British Army, where he served in Korea, an experience that shaped his tough exterior. Back in civilian life, he adopted the stage name Michael Caine inspired by a movie poster for the Caine Mutiny. His breakthrough came with Zulu in 1964, followed by classics like Alfie, The Italian Job, and Get Carter. In the 1980s and 90s, he continued to shine in films such as Educating Rita and The Cider House Rules, earning Oscars along the way. But Caine's off-screen persona is equally fascinating. A staunch conservative who has voiced strong opinions on immigration, taxes, and Hollywood's liberal bias. Lorraine Kelly, on the other hand, has been a fixture on UK TV since the 1980s, starting as a reporter and evolving into the queen of morning telly. Her show is known for its mix of celebrity gossip, health tips, and feel-good stories, but she occasionally delves into deeper waters. This clash seemed to stem from a mismatch in expectations. Caine anticipated a promotional puff piece, while Lorraine aimed for something more probing. Eyewitness accounts from the studio audience described the atmosphere as electric, with some cheering Caine's exit and others booing. The network issued a statement later that day, apologizing for any discomfort caused and emphasizing that such incidents are rare. Caine, ever the professional, took to his social media to downplay the event, calling it a minor disagreement and wishing Lorraine well. Yet, the video clips went viral, amassing millions of views on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Analysts speculated that this could boost ratings for both parties. A controversy sells. After all, in the broader context of celebrity culture, this event highlights how aging stars navigate a changing media landscape where sensitivity and political correctness reign supreme. Caine's generation grew up in a different era, where bluntness was valued over diplomacy. Lorraine, adapting to contemporary standards, perhaps pushed too far. Whatever the case, this clash will be remembered as a pivotal moment that humanized both figures. As we delve deeper into the aftermath, it's clear that forgiveness might be on the horizon, but the scars of that heated exchange linger. Stay tuned as we explore more details in the following segments. Diving deeper into the fallout from Michael Caine's dramatic exit from Lorraine Kelly's show, let's examine the immediate reactions from the public and media. Within hours of the broadcast, Twitter now XA was ablaze with opinions. Supporters of Caine argued that he was ambushed, pointing out that the questions veered into personal territory without warning. One viral tweet read, "Michael Caine is a national treasure. Lorraine crossed the line." Conversely, Lorraine's fans defended her journalistic integrity, claiming that celebrities should expect tough questions. Mainstream outlets like The Sun and Daily Mail ran headlines such as "Caine's Fury, actor storms off set," and "Lorraine's shock clash with Sir Michael." Television critics weighed in, with some praising the authenticity of the moment in an otherwise scripted world of TV. Others lambasted the production team for allowing it to escalate. Caine's representatives released a measured response, stating that Sir Michael regretted the interruption but stood by his principles. Lorraine, in her next episode, addressed the incident lightheartedly, saying, "Well, that was a lively chat yesterday. We love Sir Michael and hope to have him back soon." Behind the scenes, rumors swirled about potential legal action or NDAs, though nothing materialized. This event echoes similar celebrity walk-offs, like Megyn Kelly's infamous interview with Jane Fonda or Piers Morgan's clashes on Good Morning Britain. It raises questions about power dynamics in interviews. Who controls the narrative? For Caine, this wasn't his first rodeo. He's had testy exchanges before, notably with interviewers probing his private life. Born into poverty in South London, Caine's resilience was forged early. He worked odd jobs before acting, including as a file clerk and market porter. His marriage to Shakira Baksh since 1973 has been a stabilizing force, and they have a daughter together. Professionally, his collaborations with Christopher Nolan in films like Tenet and Dunkirk cemented his status as a versatile actor even in his later years. Lorraine Kelly, hailing from Scotland, built her career on relatability, often sharing personal stories about her family and health battles. Her show, airing on ITV, reaches millions daily, blending entertainment with information. The clash might have been exacerbated by generational differences, a Caine representing old-school Hollywood, Lorraine embodying modern daytime TV. Video analysis shows body language cues, Caine's crossed arms and furrowed brow, Lorraine's persistent smile cracking under pressure. Post-incident, viewership spiked for Lorraine's show, proving that drama drives audiences. Caine saw a resurgence in interest for his memoir, with sales reportedly increasing by 30%. Celebrity friends chimed in. Russell Crowe tweeted support for Caine, while Holly Willoughby expressed sympathy for Lorraine. This incident also spotlighted ageism in media. Was Caine dismissed as a grumpy old man? Or was his frustration valid? In interviews since, Caine has joked about it, saying, "I've faced worse villains in my films." Lorraine has moved on, focusing on positive segments. Yet, the clip continues to circulate, often edited with dramatic music for memes. As we consider the long-term impact, it's evident that such clashes humanize stars, reminding us they're not infallible. They also prompt reflection on media ethics. Should hosts prioritize ratings over respect? In Caine's case, his legacy remains intact. Over 130 films, 2 Oscars, and a knighthood. For Lorraine, it's business as usual, but with perhaps a tad more caution in guest interactions. This story isn't just about a single argument. It's a microcosm of evolving celebrity-journalist relations in the digital age, where every moment is scrutinized and amplified. Moving forward, both parties have expressed no hard feelings, but the memory lingers as a cautionary tale. To fully appreciate the context of Michael Caine's heated clash with Lorraine Kelly, we must revisit a lead-up to that fateful interview. Weeks prior, Caine had been on a promotional tour for his book, Blowing the Bloody Doors Off, and Other Lessons in Life, an updated edition with new anecdotes. Publicists arranged the appearance on Lorraine's show, expecting a friendly platform to reach his demographic. However, whispers in the industry suggested Lorraine's team wanted to spice things up to combat declining ratings amid competition from streaming services. On the day, Caine arrived in good spirits, dressed impeccably in a tailored suit, ready to charm. The segment started innocuously with chit-chat about his favorite roles and advice for young actors. But then Lorraine shifted gears, referencing a recent controversy involving Caine's comments on cancel culture. "Sir Michael, do you think your views are outdated in today's society?" she asked pointedly. Caine chuckled at first, replying, "Darling, I've been around long enough to know what's what. But as she persisted, bringing up specific tweets and old interviews, his demeanor changed. He countered with, "You're putting words in my mouth, let's stick to the facts." The exchange intensified when Lorraine implied his success was partly due to privilege, ignoring his working-class roots. That's when Caine snapped, "This is absurd. I came here to talk about my book, not defend my life." Standing up, he removed his microphone, muttering under his breath as he walked off. The live feed cut to commercials abruptly, leaving viewers in suspense. Backstage reports indicate producers tried to coax him back, but Caine was adamant, leaving the studio promptly. Lorraine, composing herself, continued the show with other guests, but the elephant in the room was palpable. In the ensuing media frenzy, psychologists analyzed the psychology behind such outbursts: stress from aging, fear of irrelevance, or genuine offense. Caine's health has been a topic. He's spoken openly about mobility issues and retiring from acting in 2023, only to return sporadically. This clash might have been fueled by fatigue from the tour. Lorraine, a breast cancer survivor, is known for her empathy, making the confrontation surprising. Perhaps it was a miscommunication between teams. Fan theories abound. Some believe it was staged for publicity, citing similar fake dramas on other shows. Others point to real tension, evidenced by Caine's post-incident interviews where he called the questions invasive. The video has been dissected frame by frame on Reddit, with users noting subtle cues like Lorraine's eye rolls. This event ties into broader trends in UK media, where chat shows are evolving from fluffy to feisty to retain viewers. Compare it to Jeremy Kyle's controversial style or more recent blow-ups on The View in the US. For Caine, it's a blip in a storied career that includes voicing characters in animated films and authoring books. His philanthropy, supporting veterans and education, often goes underreported. Lorraine's show has featured countless celebrities without incident, from royalty to pop stars. Post-clash, ITV reviewed protocols for guest interviews, emphasizing pre-approvals for topics. Caine's fans launched petitions for an apology, while Lorraine received bouquets from supporters. Economically, the buzz translated to ad revenue spikes. Culturally, it sparked discussions on respect for elders in media. As time passes, the incident fades, but its lessons endure. Communication is key, and tempers can flare unexpectedly. Caine has since appeared on other shows without issue, proving his resilience. Lorraine continues to host with her signature cheer. This clash, though heated, ultimately reinforces the unpredictable nature of live TV, where anything can happen. Exploring the ripple effects of Michael Caine's walk-off from Lorraine Kelly's show reveals intriguing insights into celebrity reputation management. In the days following, Caine's PR team worked overtime to spin the narrative, portraying him as a principled man standing against unfair scrutiny. Interviews on radio shows like BBC Radio 4 emphasized his contributions to cinema rather than the clash. Lorraine, meanwhile, used her platform to extend an olive branch, dedicating a segment to Caine's filmography and inviting viewer opinions. Polls showed a divided public: 55% sided with Caine, 45% with Lorraine. Younger demographics leaned toward Lorraine, viewing Caine as resistant to progress, while older viewers appreciated his candor. The incident boosted Caine's visibility among Gen Z through memes and TikTok edits, introducing his work to new audiences. Sales of his films on streaming platforms saw a 20% uptick. For Lorraine, it humanized her, showing she's not afraid to ask hard questions, potentially attracting edgier guests. Legal experts debated if defamation claims could arise, but both parties avoided escalation. This mirrors past celebrity feuds, like Elton John's boycott of The Sun or Kanye West's infamous interruptions. Caine's background adds layers. Orphaned young, he credits acting for saving him from a life of crime. His accents, from Cockney to refined, showcase his range. Collaborations with directors like Ridley Scott in Hannibal highlight his adaptability. Lorraine's rise from GMTV presenter to solo host involved overcoming sexism in broadcasting. Her charity work for women's health aligns with her on-screen persona. The clash might stem from cultural shifts post-Me Too, where accountability is paramount. Video footage shows the moment Caine decides to leave, a split-second resolve in his eyes. Audience members later shared stories of the awkward silence post-exit. Network executives held crisis meetings, but ultimately deemed it beneficial publicity. Caine joked in a later appearance, "I didn't get kicked off, I chose to leave before I said something regrettable." Lorraine laughed it off on air, saying, "He's welcome back anytime, with softer questions." This light-hearted resolution diffused tension. Academics study such events for media studies, analyzing power imbalances. In Caine's oeuvre, roles like Alfred in Batman reflect his wise, unflappable side, contrasting the Clash's emotion. Lorraine's interviews with stars like George Clooney show her usual tact. Perhaps fatigue played a role. Caine had flown in from LA. The global reaction varied. U.S. outlets focused on the drama, European ones on cultural differences. Social media algorithms amplified the clip, leading to parodies and fan art. As a video script, this narrative underscores the fragility of public personas. Caine's legacy as a working actor in never turning down roles endures. Lorraine's show ratings stabilized post-incident. Lessons learned: pre-interview agreements prevent mishaps. This clash, while intense, fostered growth for both. It reminds us that behind the glamour, stars are human, prone to clashes. Moving to reconciliation, reports suggest a private call where apologies were exchanged. Publicly, harmony reigns. This story evolves from shock to reflection, enriching our understanding of fame's complexities. Reflecting on the broader implications of Michael Caine's heated clash with Lorraine Kelly, we see how it intersects with themes of aging, media evolution, and public discourse. At 92, Caine represents a generation of actors who built careers on talent alone, without social media's constant gaze. His frustration might stem from feeling undervalued in an era prizing viral moments over substance. Lorraine, at 66, bridges old and new media, adapting to audience demands for authenticity. The incident prompted think pieces in The Guardian and Telegraph on the death of polite interviews. Experts argue that post-pandemic viewers crave realness, even if contentious. Caine's post-clash activities included charity events, reaffirming his philanthropic side. He's supported the NSPCC and veterans' causes for decades. Lorraine hosted segments on mental health, indirectly addressing the stress of public confrontations. Fan communities on forums like IMDb dissected the event, some creating fan fiction reconciliations. The video's longevity on YouTube, with over 5 million views, cements its place in pop culture. Comparisons to other walk-offs, like Joaquin Phoenix's awkward interviews, highlight patterns. Caine's filmography, from Sleuth and Sleuth to Mentor and Kingsman, shows his versatility. His books offer life lessons, echoing the Clash's teachable moment. Lorraine's autobiography reveals her own struggles, fostering empathy. Perhaps the Clash was inevitable in a polarized world. Body language experts noted Lorraine's defensive posture, Caine's assertive gestures. Production insights reveal no malice, it was spontaneous. Aftermath included boosted book sales for Caine and guest bookings for Lorraine. Celebrity peers like Judi Dench praised Caine's integrity. This event underscores media's role in shaping perceptions. In a script sense, it builds tension like a movie plot. Caine's South Korean War service instilled discipline, perhaps explaining his firm stance. Lorraine's Scottish roots bring festiness. Reconciliation rumors included joint charity appearance. Publicly, both thrive. This narrative evolves, from clash to catalyst for dialogue. It humanizes icons, showing vulnerability. As we wrap this segment, remember, conflicts resolve, legacies endure,